Hi, my name is Leslie, also known as Fuslie, and I am the newest creator for 100 Thieves. Oh, sorry, it's 100 Thieves. I'm sorry, you had to deal with this. I was doing so well. Now you guys see the real me. Hi, my name is Leslie, also known as Fuslie, and I'm the newest content creator for 100 Thieves. I wasn't actually a huge gamer growing up. I played a few games. I know I played Star Fox and like Super Mario, the one where you jump in the pictures. Other than that, I didn't play games except for Pokemon, those games, and Sims, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Okay, so I played a few games, Neopets, but no PC games. And I remember seeing my brother play like StarCraft, and I was like, yeah, like that game's ugly. And so I always like didn't really see myself as a gamer at all. Like I would never have called myself that. I was a bio major ready to go to vet school. And I had this epiphany that like when I graduate college, I actually have to do what I've been studying. And I'm like, I can't do that. I'm gonna be in charge of lives. So I can barely like take care of myself and my friend's cat. And I decided the best thing I could do is actually continue going to school. So I was like, why don't I just become a teacher? I can like stay in school. By being a teacher, I'll be forever in school. This is like my loophole. I discovered how to escape life. I'll just be a teacher. So basically I took a year off. And in that year off, after I graduate, that's when I had a friend named Raymond, and I said like, can I live with you? Because I don't know what my plans are. So he invites me to live with him and his two friends are like big gamers. They got me into League of Legends. I got hooked. I was playing like all day, every day. So my mind was like open to like this world. And he's like, Leslie, you should be a Twitch streamer. Like you should start. And I was like, why? And he's like, well, like, you know, you're a girl, people like that. And I was like, really? And then he's like, also your love for League, like you're funny. And people, I think that would like do really well. And I was like, nah, it's not for me. But they all ditched me one day, went home, and I was alone in my apartment. So I went to twitch.tv, opened it, and downloaded OBS, and I started streaming. I think I got like 5 viewers, and I was like, hello, you guys like League? From there, you know, that's where the journey began. I was playing League. 6 months of that, I met a bunch of friends. I met like Pokey, Janet, Choco Bars. I met so many of my friends so early, actually, that I still like, I'm really great friends with. And I was so excited about this whole streaming thing. And it felt like this whole world got like unlocked, essentially. And so that's where the journey began. After League, I found Counter-Strike. And then I realized there's other games. I've never played an FPS before. So Counter-Strike was that game that got me like super excited about learning a new game. That introduced me to Overwatch to H1Z1 to PUBG, then PUBG to, was it Fortnite? I barely played Fortnite. That's when Ray was like popping off, and I was watching a lot of Fortnite. Well, now I play Valorant, and I do a lot of community stuff and just variety. Oh yeah! Among Us. Yeah, so I like totally forgot about the one game I owe like my career to. What I loved about Among Us is that it changed the game. It changed the meta of streaming, at least from my perspective. All the way up until Among Us came out, I was a solo streamer. Pretty much. Like I literally would not play with friends. Like not that I didn't want to, it just wasn't a thing that we really asked each other to play. Whatever it was, I was doing solo. And then Among Us was like a game that was blowing up that was group focused. Because when you're a streamer, you kind of don't want to mingle with other streamers because you're scared. At least for me, I was like afraid that other streamers wouldn't like me or that they, I don't know, I had already kind of established a couple of friends, so I was like, I don't know how to reach out to them. But Among Us was bringing all of those groups together. And I was having like a great time, and everyone was having a great time. We'd like message afterwards and be like, let's do it again, and we'd do it again, and it was great. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And so it showed, I think, everybody that people just want to play with each other, and viewers also love watching friends play together. And so then we all just like stream, and then our chats are like, wee! And then I end up doing this event called Streamer Camp. But Streamer Camp is essentially like a camp where me and my friend Albert, Boxbox, we invite 6 streamers out, and we book a house, and we basically stream with them, and we take them through activities. And the first one was a huge success. That's where Quarter Jade, Masayoshi, Peter Park, like a lot of them met for the first time, and it was just a really cool thing to see them like meet there and then like turn that into this. They've done so well. We were like, we have to do a second one, and we asked Ray to do the second one with us, And I was so mind blown when she said yes. And so we ended up having a lot of those meetings. It was at the 100 Thieves Content House. And I just remember thinking like, man, this is so cool. Like I just 100 Thieves is just such a cool org. And Ray bumped me on Twitter, I think a couple months ago, and saying like, hey, like we're talking, like we're thinking, we're really interested in you. And I was like, what? And I was like, okay, let's do this. So it's actually very surreal to be here right now in this exact moment. So, my journey as a streamer was a really long one. It's been 6 years. I think I've hit every viewership point possible. Like I remember having 5 viewers, 10, 20, 50, 80, and I was at 80 viewers for the longest time, and I was fine with that. I was like, cool, I have 80 people watching me. I remember I got a host from BoxBox for 3,000 viewers one time, and I was in shock. Like I couldn't speak to my chat. I couldn't fathom 3,000 people watching. So I was like, hello, hi everyone. I got really nervous, and then ever since that, like I broke 100 viewers, then 1,000, then 15, 2,000, back to 15, back to 1,000, back to 2,000, 3. I don't even remember. I think I've just gone through every viewership peak and point, and Among Us was the one that once I was able to use Among Us and like grow my YouTube channel for the first time, then now I don't even know what's going on. Now sometimes I have 20,000, sometimes I have 10, 5, 8, which I kind of like. I don't like focus on the numbers too much anymore. Before it was like I would almost always know, but now I don't. I never know what to expect, so I don't expect. And that's the best for my mental. For the first 5 years, it was a totally different journey than the past one. And I'd say this past year has been the best by far. And now we're here. This is crazy. Hi, Mom. People have these like slap labels on you real quick when you're starting off. They're like, e-girl, boom, like she just like, you know, climbing her way up, whatever. All these people just will label you really quickly. And I dealt with that, and I was like, oh, me and my friends, they would say it about a lot of us. And I was like, man, like, do you guys have to deal with this? I don't know. It just felt really like just trying to overcome that and trying to prove that like I really wanted to just, I don't know, I was just enjoying streaming, and I felt like there was no chance of success for me because I'm a girl and I am not good at games. So like, it just feels like it defies like what a popular streamer should be, right? I think the assumption when I tell people like, oh, I'm a streamer on Twitch, they're like, oh, you must be so good at games. Like, how's that feel? You're a pro gamer. I'm like, oh, so far from that. I just go live, I try whatever games, and I'm usually one of the worst at it. But I think just showing that I'm having a good time and like playing with my friends who are so encouraging, that's like the content. That's what people like to watch. Joining 100 Thieves and seeing the women that were part of it was like the #1 draw. Like I saw this basically in my eyes star-studded cast of like women in esports who are absolutely killing it. So if anything, I was like, do I belong there? Like, and so then when I was told that I was the next one, I'm like, does that mean they think I'm cool? No way, right? I've tricked them. No. So it just feels like a dream, like to see like all these amazing women and get credit, and then to be a part of that. In esports, I'm always surrounded by a lot of guys. I feel like it's just a male-dominated industry. So now it feels like I can be a part of this org, esports org, that has these incredible women that I look up to. And then, you know, like there's like many of us now. There's like 5 or 6 that I look up to, and it makes me so excited to do content together and to just keep pushing 100 Thieves in this direction. I think because my parents raised me kind of they were pretty strict on me. And I also was streaming. I couldn't tell them that I started streaming until I actually was somewhat successful. So I had no money. I was calling my dad about PC parts, telling him I needed to use like Adobe Photoshop and like stuff like that was pretty intensive on my computer. So I needed to upgrade my PC. But my dad was like, why are you making a whole new PC just for this? I was like, yeah, I'm more passionate now about using Photoshop. And I was just so nervous to tell my parents that I streamed because it just seemed like they wouldn't approve. And it wasn't until I told my mom like, hey, I'm gonna pay my own rent this month. And my mom's like, with what money? I was excited, and then she's like, okay, like that's amazing. So that's when she started kind of accepting it, and now she's real happy. But she's my accountant, so she's not at the same time. I'm very fortunate now. But it was a battle to get here. I have the most fun when I can really engage in the game, engage in like learning it. So whatever game I'm playing, my goal is like find reasons to get invested in this game, to care about this game, because when I'm in it, like I start having fun, the fun turns into other people having more fun. It's like a positive feedback loop. So that's at the end of the day why I always try and like give it my all and get really into something, is because it just makes for a better experience for me, for the viewers, for my friends. It's a win-win. All of this work I've done for 6 years has like led me to my dream org. I can't believe it. So I hope I don't let anybody down. I think that this is gonna be an amazing journey ahead. I'm already so inspired by so many of the content creators in 100 Thieves. It just seemed like it's just only becoming a better fit. So I'm really excited.